Kylie.
It's why I'm completely taken
Would you like
back.
to be interviewed by this microphone?
No,
or
thank
just...
you. No.
Welcome to the programme. Welcome
Thank you.
back.
Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it?
New look, Kylie. I mean, this is a great hairstyle. A terrific hairstyle. Of course, Charlie, who was your sort of fashion consultant, makeup person,
Ms. Green,
is now on going live as sort of a regular fashion person.
She's gonna get a real attitude, and let me tell you, Charlie, it can't keep up. All right, she's hiding now.
She is hiding at the back. Do you want to swivel round and catch Charlie just at the back there? There she is! Yes! Okay, right. Let's carry on with these. We'll chat a lot more later on.
Okay.
Because there's loads to talk about. I mean, the music and the bits and pieces.
Dive
and
into these
new record, which is all
boxes,
70s, which was my favourite time. Dive in there, and we'll do some prize picks. There you go. Now there, we're on the Barbie. On the Barbie. I'll just do the first one. This, of course, was the Puppy Love competition. And the question, well, first of all, we'll show you the prize. Here's the prize in the Puppy Love competition. If you have a quick look at that, you can see that you could win a puppy, and you could win some puppy toys, basically anything that your little puppy would want. And we asked, you know, the reason I can't find it on here. It's not on that one.
Lost the plot.
Doesn't matter, I'll work it
Shall I
out
just
from
tell you
here.
the winner?
It was Nigel Taylor asked who was the famous collie in the programmes. Who was the famous collie in the programmes? The answer was...
well, Lassie.
Absolutely.
Obvious. And that's Lucy Kotzel, I think, from Horndean. Congratulations.
Well done to you. You win all that stuff.
That's
it's
one.
yours. Now, one that is definitely on my sheet is down here. And this is Aha, the Aha Barbie. Just, could you chuck another prawn on the Barbie there, Carly?
Oh,
would you mind just chucking another prawn on it? Okay, dig your hand in there. This was the Aha competition, and the chaps asked, who is the famous Norwegian anthropologist and archaeologist who built the Kon-Tiki? Pronounce that one if you can.
You want to film that instead of me? Yeah. Thor Heyerdahl. And this is from L. Thomas in Welling, Kent.
Absolutely correct. Congratulations. It was actually Thor Heyerdahl.
Like, you know.
You have to go
Thor
Heyerdahl.
Heyerdahl.
Thor Heyerdahl. This is your prize. You get all the Aha albums, bits and pieces, CDs, signed pictures, the whole lot. Congratulations and well done. Moving down here, this is the Nick and the Nick and Roger giveaway. Jet Setters time. Another bizarre competition. They asked, the cameras that they had were SLRs. What does SLR stand for?
Single lens reflex. La la la, from Peter Stewart in... what's that say?
That's, looks like Berkshire.
Berkshire.
I think that's Berkshire. Congratulations. You've won this, which is the Teenage Mutant Hero sleeping bag. So tuck yourself up warm in that. Just right for this time of the year. It's a bit cold out there now. And finally, this is easy to do, isn't it?
Yes.
It's funny. I'll just drag it over
Lovely
here.
setup.
That's the film preview one. The film preview, the movie competition. That was all about The Little Mermaid. It says it was based on a famous fairy tale. Who wrote the fairy tale? Do you know that
Hans
already?
Christian
You do
Andersen.
that already.
This is from James Matthews in Cornwall.
Absolutely correct.
Well done.
Well done to you. This is your prize. You are going along to the movies. And you can take anybody you like. All 4 tickets are yours, so well done and congratulations. Now, we've got loads to talk about, as I said, you know, the new look, new hair, the 70s, the song, the other stuff, the tour, which went very well, I understand.
It was great.
The one I saw looked extremely good anyway. So you come back a little bit later on and take some calls?
Definitely.
Yeah? Promise? Good. You know what she's like. Slip out there. Telephone numbers for Kylie on 081 811 8181. 081 811 8181.
Situation, you always keep me waiting because it's only
A new album, a new look, and Kylie's back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Just say that we've got a terrific competition coming up a little bit later on. Kylie's got a nice, out of the ordinary competition, I think it has to be said. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes' time.
Okay.
It's always interesting watching people's faces, and we've said this time and time again when the profile goes through, and yours was no exception. I haven't seen that stuff in ages.
I know.
So, is it surprising to look back on all that?
Yeah, it's surprising and a bit embarrassing, but it's good. It's nice to kind of have those memories anyway.
Why is it embarrassing?
Well, I always say that if like any of us, well, if you had to walk around with a picture when you were like 14 or 15 years old kind of plastered to your forehead, it would be very embarrassing, and I've had to kind of grow up in, well, having it be documented, so yeah, it's a little...
Documented growing up.
Yeah.
It'll haunt you forever, of course, won't it? Let's get straight on to the telephones and the questions, because there's a lot to do. So, first of all, it's line 1. Good morning, who's on 1?
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Thomas.
Hello, Thomas. Off you go with your question.
My sister and Emma and me think your clothes are great. What do you do with them after you're finished with them with your concert?
I hoard them and put them in a cupboard. Well, actually, there's some clothes that are good to give to like charity auctions or something like that. Some of them I just can't part with, because when I'm 60 years old, I'll look back and say, oh yeah, that was for this concert or that show. So generally I keep them or give them away.
What about hand-me-downs to your sister? Do you give them to your sister?
No. We're fairly... Well, actually I do. Yeah, I'm lying, I do. I was home for a couple of weeks a few weeks ago, and had a big bag of stuff to throw out, and of course the whole family has to go through them first before they actually leave the house.
You were going to chuck this out? I want this. You're
Exactly,
going to throw it
yeah.
in. Thanks very much for your call, Thomas. Have a nice Saturday. Lisa is here.
Do you have any plans for a new film in the near future?
Well, I was hoping to have had a film done by now, but I spent 2 months in America recording, so that was the 2 months that it would have taken to do a movie. But I hope to do one middle of next year, perhaps.
Rachel has a question. We were talking about your sister.
What do you think of your sister's acting ability?
Whoa, they're getting dirty, these questions. I think she's great, but, you know, like anyone, she's got a lot to learn. I still have a lot to learn. I mean, I think if you're a good actor, you will always keep learning. And I saw her, as I say, when I was at home, and she's doing really well. Her album's just about out, and I just wish her all the best.
She's got an album as well.
Yeah, she
I mean, it's okay competing sort of with acting ability, but when you're competing musically, that must get a bit dodgy, mustn't it?
Well, we have the same record company, so I think they're very careful not to have our singles overlap.
Is she very different to your style of music?
She recorded in New York, so it's more kind of funky, streetwise. I wrote a song on her album.
Did you?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Love Traffic.
Love Traffic.
Yes.
On your sister's album.
Indeed.
Did she pay you for it?
She better.
Line 2, who's on 2?
Jessica.
Jessica, hi.
Hi.
Good morning, off you go.
Are you going to marry Michael Hutton?
Well, not at this stage, I'm not. I know it's been reported in the papers that we've got married, I mean, they're stupid, they get it the wrong way around. We're married, then we're engaged, then we're divorced, but then we're married and we're engaged again. So, no, I'll set the record straight. I'm not engaged, I'm not married, but we're just having the same relationship we've been having. And
is there
no immediate plans.
A possibility that in the future that might happen, or are you not thinking about that yet?
Well, I may get married one day. I just really don't know. I know I'll have children. I know that much.
How many?
With, I still
How
don't
many?
know. Oh, a couple.
Just a couple?
I wouldn't have just one. I'd definitely have more than one.
Okay. Thanks very much for your call. It's all coming out now, isn't it? Thank you for your call. A terrific one. That was a good one. And
yeah, I love this. You get these poor kids to call up and ask the questions that you are probably not meant
no.
to ask.
Unfair.
Paint the press or something.
Never, ever,
This is the show that the press need to watch, you see.
I know.
They get all these questions.
And the beauty of it is that never once have we ever asked anyone to phone up. Those are their questions. I promise you. I promise you. I may get a hint as to what's coming up, but nevertheless, I don't know what they are. Caroline.
Do you still have any childhood ambitions you want to fulfill?
Yeah. I mean, I get asked a lot, what can you do now since you've done everything? And I think that's a really silly question, because there's a lot of things I can do in this industry. Like I could go on to try directing or producing or anything. But also I have ambitions outside of music. I don't exactly know what, but if this was to end, which it very well could, then I would certainly go on to do something else.
Okay. Well, let's take another lucky dip in the phones then, shall we?
All right, I'm ready.
What's on there? Hello, who's on 3?
It's Jonathan Brown. Jonathan Brown from Royston.
Jonathan Brown. Welcome to the programme, and off you go.
Hello, Kylie.
Hi, how are you?
I was just wondering, as a child, were you pushed into show business by your parents?
No, that's a good question. Not at all. My parents were very supportive and gave me all the help that I needed, but they certainly weren't pushy showbiz parents. And let me tell you, I hate those parents because there really is so many of them that like push their children, and I mean reprimand them if they don't win a competition or don't want to do this or that. I think that's just really wrong. So, I mean, if your parents support you and want to help you, then that's fantastic. You couldn't ask for much more, but I really don't agree with pushing you into something you're not happy to be doing.
Fair enough, and fair enough answer. Andrew.
Are you going to stick to 1960s, 70s music in the future?
Well, this single's like a novelty single. My whole album is not like that at all. It's varied. It definitely has a bit of a 70s flavour throughout a lot of it, but not to this extreme. No.
Are you a 70s fan? A fan of the fashion, or?
Well, I was born in '68, so I was just in primary school when the 70s was around, and desperately wanted a massive pair of platform cork high heels, and I was in grade 6, so of course I wasn't allowed to get them. I'd just trip over and break my neck. So it's kind of a good chance for me to do it now. It's good.
And were you into the flares and the?
Oh yeah, I wore tie-dye wraparound skirts to school. dare I admit.
I was going to say, so do I then, but not the skirts. I wore the tie-dye stuff. It's just important that I jumped in there and very nearly condemned myself then. Back on the phones, and who's on 4?
Victoria Glicksman.
Victoria, hello, and off you go.
Hello, Kylie.
Hi.
I was going to ask you, what do you like least of all about being famous?
Least of all, well, I guess intrusion into your private life is one of the down points of fame. I guess, that's the obvious one. I mean, there's a certain amount of my private life which I openly give to the press because they like to know a bit. There's a lot that's out that I wish wasn't out, and there's a whole lot that I still have to myself. I mean, people say that, if you're famous, you have no private life. Well, that's not really true. I mean, if you're clever, you can have a whole lot of private life.
Thank you very much indeed for your call and your competition.
Oh, a competition. Okay. Well, with this album, they're doing a limited edition with the KYLIE in gold leaf. So we're having a competition, and the prize is gold leaf, record signed, framed, rah rah rah.
Question?
And the question is, which vocal group of the 70s do I refer to in my song?
Right. Oh, we better hear it as well.
Better hear it, yes.
Which vocal version of the song, in the
Vocal
song does
group.
Kylie refer to? Which vocal group? And you will get your Gold Leaf album if you win. Thank you very much indeed. Would you like to pop over to
I'll pop
to the
over,
stage?
and you better listen carefully then.
Kylie Minogue on Going Live, the brand new song. This is it, and listen carefully if you're thinking of entering the competition. Kylie, off you go.